Hello and very welcome everyone to this particular session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs for the 17th of October. So let's start and see that what we have to learn here and discuss in this particular current affairs. So these are the topics we are going to cover in today's session. International news, I have some national news, state news, banking and finance, defense, science and tech, important days, awards and recognition, summits and conferences, appointments and resignation, and at last we will summarize that what we have learned so far. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect and intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So the first news that we have today is that HDFC opens first Singapore branch to expand global presence. Just to remind you, last year SBI opened a branch in Sri Lanka. So just connecting the things. So HDFC opened the first Singapore branch to expand global presence. HDFC Bank has opened its first branch in Singapore. Singapore is a particular country that exists in the Malaya Peninsula and its capital is Singapore City. The bank received wholesale banking license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The branch aims to offer variety of financial products and services to Singapore residents. So basically, HDFC is going globally and is trying to expand its presence in the world market. So remember, in which particular country the HDFC has opened its first branch? So that is the Singapore. This move is part of HDFC's strategy to expand its international operation. Another one, Cabinet approves 3% DA hike for central government employees. So recently, Union government has cheered for by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved 3% hikes in dearness allowance. The increase brings the total dearness allowance to 53% of the basic pay. So now the basic pay, whatever it is, the person will get a dearness allowance that is 53%. The hike is effective from 1st of July 2024 and aims to compensate for rising prices. As the inflation is rising, so to compensate that, this particular hike has been given. Decision will benefit approximately 49.18 lakh employees and 64.89 lakh pensioners. So remember that Cabinet has approved 3% DNS allowance, and all the banking students, please note down these type of data. Supreme Court Justice statue removes blindfold. So this has been a tradition in our country, and there was a famous dialogue in most of the films that Kanun andha hota hai, but not anymore, I guess. The Supreme Court Justice statue removes blindfold. That means that if you have seen this statue of the justice, in one of its hand it has balance, weight balance. In one of its hand she has the sword, and on her eyes she has a blindfold. But now the blindfold has been removed. The traditional Lady of Justice statue in the Supreme Court of India has been transformed. Under Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud guidance, the statue now sheds the blindfold. Okay, so he is the 50th Chief Justice of our country. The sword has been replaced with Constitution. One more change that we can see is that earlier, as I said, the sword was in her hand. Now it has been changed to Constitution. Very good. This change symbolizes new era of justice in India. So Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud, he is the 50th Chief Justice of India, and under his supervision, these changes have been done to the statue of justice in our country. If you ever go to the Supreme Court, so in front of the Supreme Court, there's a garden. In that garden, you can see also a statue in which a mother is holding a child, which represents that the particular Supreme Court is holding the Constitution or the Indian subcontinent in its lap. SECL becomes first coal company to open 4 Amrit pharmacies. So recently, Southeastern Coalfield Limited has opened its 4th Amrit pharmacy. SECL is the first coal company to achieve this milestone. The pharmacy located at SECL Health Center in Indira Vihar Colony, Bilaspur, offers generic and life-saving medicines at subsidized rates. So recently, where it has been opened, the Amrit Pharmacy has been opened, Southeastern Coalfield Limited. and this is the first coal company to achieve this milestone. And this is the particular place at Bilaspur where this pharmacy will be opened. The initiative aligns with the government's special campaign 4.0 to promote inclusivity and improve healthcare access. So remember all these points. Where this Amrit pharmacy has been opened, it has been opened in a Indira Vihar colony in Bilaspur, and it is the first coal company to achieve. SECL is the first coal company to achieve this milestone. I hope this point is clear to everyone. So remember, SECL becomes the first coal company to open 4 Amrit pharmacies. Kaziranga named India's second largest butterfly diversity hub. So recently, Kaziranga National Park, where will you found it? You will found it in Assam. Recognized as India's second largest butterfly diversity hub, the park is home to 446 butterfly species, following Namdapha National Park in Arunachal Pradesh. So basically, the park is a home to following 446 butterfly species, following the Namdapha National Park. That is another national park. And where is Namdapha National Park? It is in Arunachal Pradesh. Where is Kaziranga? Kaziranga is in Assam. This recognition highlights Kaziranga's rich biodiversity. Biodiversity means it has large amount of flora and fauna in it. The park is really already renowned of its iconic one-horned rhino. So it is famous for its one-horned rhinos, and now it has been named as the second largest butterfly diversity hub. Which is the first one? Namdapha National Park. It is in Arunachal Pradesh. Nayab Saini sworn in as the Haryana CM. BJP wins third term. So Nayab Singh Saini has been sworn as the Haryana's chief minister for the second term. Recently in this year, earlier this year, he was appointed as the new chief minister, and Manohar Lal Khattar was appointed as the union minister in the union cabinet. So Nayab Singh Saini has been sworn in as the Haryana's chief minister for the second time. BJP secured its third consecutive term in power in the state. Governor Bandaru Dattatreya administered the oath at the ceremony attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other leaders. So it is a convention tradition that the oath of the chief minister is being administered by the governor of the state. Saini's council of 13 ministry also took the oath, marking the significant political milestone. So along with Saini, the chief minister of Haryana, the 13 ministers from the same state are also appointed and took oath, who has been named by himself. Highlights of RBI's fourth bi-monthly MPC meeting, that is the Monetary Policy Committee meeting. So Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee met from October 7 to October 9, 2024, released its fourth bi-monthly monetary policy for the year financial year 25. So fourth bi-monthly monetary policy has been released in the 10th month of the year. RBI kept the repo rate unchanged at 6.5% for the 10th consecutive time, with the majority vote of 5:1. That means 5 were in favor to keep it unchanged and 1 was in favor to change it. So now the repo rate is still 6.5, and in last quarter it was the same. Real GDP growth for the financial year 25 is projected at 7.2%, and quarter 2 at 7%, quarter 3 at 7.4%, and quarter 4 at 7.4%. So according to the data, they are also projecting the GDP growth 7.2 in quarter 2, 7 in quarter 3, is 7.0 in quarter 2, 7.4 in quarter 3, and 7.4 in quarter 4. Real GDP growth for the quarter 2025-26 is projected to be 7.3%. So that's all about it. Remember that the repo rate has been remained unchanged. What is the meaning of repo rate? Repo rate is the basic thing that after being changed, all the things related to the reverse repo rate and CRR and all these things will be changed, because it will hamper the particular inflation and deflation of the country. RBI grant white label ATM license to Mumbai-based EPS company. So recently, Reserve Bank of India granted white label automated teller machine license to Mumbai-based Electronics Payment and Service Limited. So A particular type of company, that is the white label automated tailor machine, has been given license to Mumbai based Electronic Payment and Service Limited. The license aimed to expand ATM network in rural and semi-urban areas. The purpose behind this is to provide the banking service, ATM service, to those areas which are still under the underprivileged of getting these type of service. EPS plan to deploy 9,000 WLAs across the country within the first 3 years under the brand name EPS Banks. The company currently manages over 10,300 ATMs for banks in India. So remember that RBI grant white label ATM license to Mumbai based EPS company, that is the Electronic Payment Service Limited. ICICI Bank and Make My Trip launched co-branded premium credit card. So ICICI Bank is partnering with Make My Trip company to launch the premium co-branded credit card named Make My Trip ICICI Bank Credit Card. It is the card offering the dual offerings powered by MasterCard and RuPay with a joining fees of rupees 999. Cardholders earn unlimited reward points that can never expire and receive complimentary MMT Black Gold membership. That is another membership which provides some different type of offerings and some different type of luxurious items to the person who is traveling with the help of Make My Trip. RuPay credit card can be linked to the unified payment interface for secured transactions. So remember all these things. Google partners with Aditya Birla Finance and Muthoot Finance to offer personal and gold loans. So now Google, as we know, the search engine, the famous search engine, as the parent company is Alphabet, has partnered with Aditya Birla Finance Limited and Muthoot Finance Limited to enhance its financial services on Google Pay. So basically now Aditya Birla Finance Limited and Muthoot Finance will be available on Google Pay. The finance aims to offer personal loans and gold-backed loans with affordable interest rates and flexible usage options. So basically now with the help of just Google Pay, you can have some personal loans and gold-backed loans with affordable interest rates. Initiative was announced at the 10th edition of the Google for India event held on 3rd of October. Organized gold loan market is expected to surpass 10 trillion in financial year 25. And Muthoot Finance is basically based on the thing that they particularly provide loans with respect to the gold that you can give as a mortgage. Another one, NWBL introduced National Pension System on the Bharat Connect platform. So NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited has partnered with Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority to integrate National Payment Pension System as a biller category on the Bharat Connect platform. Okay, so recently NPCI BBL is partnering with the Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority to particularly provide national pension system on the Bharat Connect platform. Individual investors can now contribute to existing NPS accounts via Bharat Connect enable platform. So those investors who want to contribute to the NPS account, they can just go to the Bharat Connect enable platform, such as Bheem, PhonePe, Mobivic, Kotak Mahindra Bank's net banking channel have gone live for contribution. So these type of schemes or these type of programs are being launched to make the payments and the other things very smooth. So you can also understand this by this that when was the last time you have visited banks for some kind of services? You can see, just you can go to the bank and you will see, not in the rural areas but in the urban areas majorly, that most of the services are being provided on your phone pay and your Google Pay and all that, and your internet banking. So basically now all the things should be digitized, and for that purpose these type of things are also mentioned into this type of program. Bharat Connect has onboarded all central record keeping agencies, ensuring every existing NPS customer can make their contribution. So Bharat Connect is taking the care of all the type of agencies that are working in case of NPS accounts, and so that any particular customer who is associated with this type of service can do their payment into their NPS account. CCI approved JM Financial 43% stake buy in JM Fin Credit Solution. So recently, Competition Commission of India approved JM Financial Limited acquisition of 43% stake in JM Financial Credit Solution Limited for approximately rupees 1282 crore. Following the transaction, GMFL stake in GMFCSL will increase from 46.68 to 89.67. So you all know, I hope you all get to know that what is CCI. CCI is a particular company that approve any acquisition or merger. Okay, it was formed in 2009. Now, they have particularly approved the JM Financial Limited acquisition of 43% stake in JM Financial Credit Solution. So, particular merger of a company's two departments has been done, and they have approved it. What is the meaning of approval? That they have seen that there is nothing, any kind of a scam or something, and this has been done under the supervision of CCI. CCI also approved JMF SCL acquisition of 71.79% stake in JM Financial Asset Reconstruction Company Limited. So another acquisition they have also approved, that is of the same company, there another infrastructure company, reconstruction company. Transaction aims to consolidate JM Financial Group's holdings in wholesale debt syndication and distressed credit business. So it is all related to their own company, and now they have done their acquisition. CCI approved rupees 1100 crore buyout of Patanjali Ayurved Home Personal Care Biz. So recently CCI, they have approved the acquisition of Patanjali's Ayurveda Home and Personal Care Business by Patanjali Food Limited for rupees 1100 crore. So another acquisition and another approval by CCI, Competition Commission of India. So they have approved the Patanjali's Ayurveda Home and Personal Care Business by the Patanjali Food Limited. So Patanjali Food Limited now acquired all the particular brands or the products which are being in the market by the Patanjali Ayurveda Home and Personal Care. Acquisition will strengthen Patanjali's FMCG product portfolio and boost the food growth of PFL. The transaction is related party transaction undertaken on the fair value and arm's length basis. PFL registered the total revenue of rupees 31,961.62 crore. Kaksar Bridge renamed in honor of Kargil War hero Captain Amit Bhardwaj. So Kaksar Bridge has been renamed as the Captain Amit Bhardwaj Setu. Where you will find this bridge? You will find this bridge in the Kargil sector. The renaming ceremony honored Captain Amit Bhardwaj's sacrifice during the Kargil War. Prominent military and civil officials attended the event. Ceremony was celebrated Bhardwaj's bravery and dedication to the nation. So remember Captain Amit Bhardwaj. I hope you must have heard this name. If you have not heard, so go today and check about him and his story, that how he sacrificed himself during the 1999 Kargil War. And now, after his name, Kaksar Bridge is going to be renamed. 40th Raising Day of the National Security Guard. So, I hope you all have read about the 26/11 attacks on Mumbai, on Taj Hotel, Oberoi Hotel, and different places in Mumbai. And if you have heard that, then the 40th Raising Day of the National Security Guard is being observed. Why I'm talking about 26/11? Because National Security Guard was the one that is also known as Black Cat, who particularly encountered all the terrorists who were hiding in Oberoi Hotel and Taj Hotel, and particularly by the National Security Guard. Their headquarters is at Gurugram. So, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari commemorated 40th Raising Day of the NSG. Gadkari praised bravery and dedication of the NSG personnel. He shared heartfelt message on social media platform, saluting valor and spirit of the soldiers. Gadkari emphasized NSG roles in ensuring national safety and security. India-US finalized $3.5 billion agreement for MQ-9B armed UAVs, that is unmanned aerial vehicles like this one. So India and US concluded $3.5 billion defense deal for 31 MQ-9B. Just to refresh your memory, USA also gave India some torpedoes, and along with that, personal trainers will also come under some particular defense deal. High altitude, long endurance, remotely piloted aircraft system. That is this drone. This is known as unmanned aerial vehicle. This particular system is unmanned and it is controlled from the ground. And this is the particular given to the India. And total number of how much unmanned aerial vehicles have been given? Total 31 worth $3.5 billion. MQ-9B system manufactured by General atomics. Acquisition is through an intergovernmental agreement under the US Foreign Military Sales Program. This deal marks the significant step in India-US defense cooperation. And just to add into this, India is also India is also at number one position in SIPRI report. What is SIPRI report? SIPRI report is from Sweden, and it tells about the particular amount of money that any country is giving in either importing the defense equipments or making the defense equipment. So India is the largest importer of defense equipment in the world, and USA is the largest manufacturer. India, Japan, US, and Australia hold 28th Malabar naval exercise of the Indian coast. I hope you all know Malabar. Malabar is the name of the coast of Kerala. And after the name of this Malabar, their naval exercise is also there. That includes India, Japan, USA, and Australia. I hope you know that Japan, USA, Australia, and if we add UK, then therefore becomes the Quad countries. India is along with Japan, USA, and Australia. They create Malabar exercise, naval exercise. This is the 28th edition of the multinational maritime exercise commenced off the coast of Visakhapatnam. Remember where it was held this year? In Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. The exercise held from 8th to 18th of October saw participation from Indian Navy, United States Navy, and Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and Royal Australian Navy. Malabar 2024 aims to enhance interoperability, strengthen maritime cooperation among the participating navies. So particularly this type of exercise are there just to see that if their cooperation is quite good, if their interoperability is quite good, and their cooperation is quite good. Exercise include both harbor and sea phase. That means once they will go to the harbor, that is on the coastal side, they will particularly see that how they can operate different type of operations at coast, and then they will go to the sea phase, which means the particular exercise that will see that how they can operate in the seas, open seas, focusing on planning, cultural exchange, anti-submarine warfare, and joint tactical maneuvers. So all this has been done under the Malabar exercise. So where was Malabar exercise held? It was held in Visakhapatnam under the Eastern Naval Command, and this was the 28th edition of this Malabar exercise. Which countries are included in it? India, Japan, USA, and Australia. And which countries are in Quad countries? USA, Australia, Japan, and UK. INS Talwar arrives in South Africa to join Ibsamar 8th. So INS Talwar, a frontline stealth frigate of the Indian Navy, arrived in Simonstown, South Africa to participate in 8th edition of the Indian-Brazil South Africa Maritime Exercise. So basically, INS Talwar is a frontline stealth frigate. Frigate means this kind of a ship is a frigate. And what is the meaning of stealth? Stealth means that it can hide and it can attack anytime without knowing by the opposition or the enemy. So INS Talwar is a stealth frigate arrived in Simonstown, South Africa to participate 8th edition of India-Brazil South Africa Maritime Exercise. It is the 8th edition, remember. Exercise running until 18th of October aims to improve interoperability, strengthen ties between the navies of India, Brazil, and South Africa. Activities include professional exchange, damage control, firefighting drills, joint diving operations. The participation of INS Talwar underscores the growing defense cooperation between India and South Africa. So remember, Ibsamar is an exercise. It is between India, Brazil, and South Africa, and it is a maritime exercise. INS Talwar has went to this particular event at South Africa. Indian Army unveils its first upgraded T-90 Bhishma tank. So recently what has happened at Indian Army has created the upgraded T-90 Bhishma tank, marking a significant enhancement in its armored unit. So what has happened recently, guys, is that Indian Army has unveiled its first upgraded T-90. So T-90 tank has been upgraded Bhishma tank, and it has a significant enhancement in the armored unit. T-90 tanks are manufactured under the license agreement with Russia and produced at the Heavy Vehicles Factory in Awadhi, Tamil Nadu. The next round of testing will include missile firing, with users' trial expected to last between 12 to 18 months. T-90 is expected to be ready for induction into the active service by 2027. So by 2027, this particular tank will be in service, and now it is in the training phase, or you can say the particular testing phase. The name is T90 Bhishma. Which particular country is particular helping with in the manufacturing? That is Russia, and it is produced at Heavy Vehicles Factory, that is in Tamil Nadu. ITU WTSA Hackathon to 2024 Phase 2. So recently we have discussed in the last session that International Telecommunication Union World Telecommunication Standard Assembly Hackathon 2024 concluded on 8th of October 2024 in New Delhi. So recently it was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this was the phase 2 of this particular exercise. Organized by the ITU and hosted by the Department of Telecommunication, focused on integrating AI ML into 5G network. That means artificial intelligence into 5G and 6G network. So to include these type of services, this particular event was organized. Hackathon attracted 88 registered teams, with 12 advancing to the 40-hour in-person competition. So basically this is a platform for all the type of telecommunication companies, so they can particularly come register themselves, and they particularly saw or see the particular type of competition or innovation that is going in the market. Participants engaged in expert talks, mentoring sessions, and live demonstration with notable projects including 5G enabled smart city public transportation system and AI based 6G standards barrier reduction. So all this has been done under ITU WTSA Hackathon. International Abhidham Divas 2024. So recently, International Abhidham Divas has been organized on October 17. So if we are talking about Abhidham, so Abhidham Pitak is one of the Pitaks of the 3 Pitak, if you have ever heard. Sud Pitak, Vinay Pitak, Abhidham Pitak. Sud Pitak talk about the sermons of the Gautam Buddha. Vinay Pitak talks about the rules and regulations, and Abhidham Pitak talks about the philosophy of Buddhism. So Abhidham Divas, basically celebrated on 17th October, highlights the relevance of Abhidham teaching in guiding mental and ethical discipline. Emphasize India's significant role in preserving and promoting Buddhist legacy. Sacred sites like Bodh Gaya serve as a living symbol of Buddha's journey toward Nirvana, or we can say Mahapari Nirvana. So remember, Abhidham Divas was commemorated on 17th of October. World Anesthesia Day. World Anesthesia Day is celebrated annually on 16th of October. The day commemorates the first successful public demonstration of diethyl ether anesthesia in 1846. So I hope you all have known about anesthesia. Anesthesia is a type of a drug that is being given during the time of surgery and operations. So before 1846, the surgery and operations were very painful, but after this anesthesia has been developed, after that time, the surgery and operation, during the time of surgery and operations, the pain is quite relieved. So it was invented in 1846. It recognized the contribution of anesthesiologists worldwide. World Anesthesia Day theme is workforce well-being. So it is for the workforce well-being. And remember, it was invented in 1846. World Cerebral Palsy Day, October 6. So remember one very important thing. Cerebral Palsy Day was observed on 6th of October. Raise awareness about a type of a disease called cerebral palsy. Ensure equal rights and opportunities to those affected. The theme is Unequally CP. The day is first declared as the Cerebral Palsy Alliance in 2012. The Cerebral Palsy Alliance is headquartered in New South Wales, Australia. Remember, New South Wales is in Australia. Cerebral Palsy Day was on 6th of October. It is a disease related to the brain. World Habitat Day was observed on 7th of October, observed annually on first Monday of the October to reflect on the condition of our habitats and emphasize the right to adequate shelter. So every person on this world has a right to particularly create its own home or its own service, and for that purpose, this particular World Habitat Day is observed annually on the first Monday of the October. Engaging youth to create a better urban future. This was the theme. Global Economy for World Habitat Day was held in Querétaro, Mexico. It was first celebrated in 1986 with the theme Shelter is My Right, as I said. This year's theme was engaging youth to create a better urban future. World Cotton Day once again falls on 7th of October. Is to raise awareness about the cotton sector roles in economic development and poverty alleviation. So cotton is a very important type of crop, as also known as the cash crop, and to particularly create awareness regarding its importance, 7th of October is commemorated as World Cotton Day. Sustainable economic growth and decent work for all. First ever World Cotton Day was observed on 7th of October. Event was celebrated in Cotonou, Benin, marking the first time it was held in the country. President Murmu awarded honorary doctorate in Algeria. So recently, President Murmu received honorary doctorate in political science from Sidi Abdallah Science and Technology Paul University in Algiers. The award was the part of her three-nation tour. Murmu expressed gratitude, stating that the honor was for her country more than for herself. So she received this award and she was humble, and she said that it is for the nation. She emphasized the importance of education in reducing inequality, urged Algerian students to engage with India's educational initiative. As you know, that she was teacher before she came into the politics, and she became the governor. And apart from that, she became the governor of Jharkhand. And apart from that, now she has been on the tour in African countries, and in Algeria she has been awarded honorary doctorate. Sister Rosita Milesi, Brazilian nun, and four other women won UNHCR Nansen Refugee Award. Last year, this award gone to a particular person from Kenya, and that is because he was helping to the students in getting education who were coming from Saudi Arabia, from Somalia. So now this year, Sister Rosita Milesi, a Brazilian nun, was honored with the 2024 UNHCR Nansen Refugee Global Laureate for her work with refugees and migrants in Brazil. Brazil is a country in South America. Award ceremony was held in Geneva, Switzerland. Regional winners include Memonu Ba Africa, Jin Dawod Europe, Nada Padol Middle East and North Africa, and Dipti Gurung Asia Pacific. Award recognizes individuals and groups for their exceptional work with refugees and displaced people. So remember that Sister Rosita from Brazil got the UNHCR Nansen Refugee Award. Last year it was for the person from Kenya. International 6G Symposium inaugurated by Union Minister Jyotiraditya Sindhya. So recently, Union Minister Jyotiraditya Sindhya inaugurated International 6G Symposium. The event was held alongside ITU WTSA, which we discussed recently in New Delhi. Sindhya highlighted the transformative potential of 6G technology for economic growth and innovation. That we know very well that the coming generation or the coming time, 5G is the current working internet in our country, and 6G on its way, and it will be helpful for different type of economic growth and innovations that we can achieve with this type of network. The project that India will contribute 10% of the global 6G patents through the Bharat 6G Alliance. SCO Summit 2024 held in Islamabad, and you all know that after 9 years, for the first time, any minister from our country visited Pakistan. So Shanghai Cooperation Summit held in Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. High-level officials from member states addressed regional security, economic cooperation, and terrorism. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar attended the event along with leaders from China, Russia, Iran, Central Asia countries. India-Pakistan relations, the summit provided a platform for multilateral dialogue. So during even this event, India did not had any particular bilateral meeting with Pakistan, but only attended the SCO meeting that held in Islamabad. Praveen Vasisht took over as the Special Secretary Internal Security. Senior IPS officer Praveen Vasisht has been appointed as the new Special Secretary for Internal Security. This appointment underscores the government focus on strengthening internal security. Remember the name Praveen Vasisht. Vasisht's role will be crucial in addressing internal security challenges. Internal securities are like we need to take care of the things that are going internally. That you must have heard this phrase that we have to take care of the internal threat more rather than the external threat. So his experience and expertise are expected to enhance the country's security framework. So he has been appointed by the Ministry of Home Affairs. Praveen Vasist. CJI Chandrachud nominates Justice Sanjeev Khanna as the successor. So Justice Sanjeev Khanna is set to become 51st Chief Justice of India. Current DY Chandrachud recommended Khanna in a letter to the Union Law Ministry. Justice Khanna is the second most senior judge of the Supreme Court. He will take over the position after Justice Chandrachud retirement on 10th of November 2024. So the current Chief Justice is Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud, and he is going to retire on 10th of November 2024. And now the 51st Chief Justice will be on its way, and that is Mr. Sanjeev Khanna, because he is the second most senior judge in the Supreme Court right now out of the total 35 judges. Sony Pictures appoints Ravi Ahuja as the new CEO. Sony Picture Entertainment announced Tony Vinciquerra will step down as the CEO and Ravi Ahuja to be chair as the Global Television Studios and president and COO of SPE will take over as the president and CEO. Vinciquerra will remain in advisory role. Ahuja will report at Kenichiro Yoshida, chairman and CEO of Sony Group Corporation, and Hiroki Totoki, president of CEO and CFO of Sony Group. So now the new chairman will be Ravi Ahuja. Now let's just summarize that what we have learned. So very important news: SDFC opened the first branch in Singapore. Cabinet approves 3% DA hike for central government employees. Supreme Court Justice statue removes blindfold. SECL becomes first coal company to open tour 4 Amrit pharmacies. Kaziranga named India's second largest butterfly diversity hub after Namdapha in Arunachal Pradesh. Nayaab Singh Saini sworn as the Haryana CM. BJP wins the third term. Highlights of RBI fourth bi-monthly MPC meeting. RBI grant white label ATM license to Mumbai-based EPS company. ICICI collaborating with Make My Trip to make a co-branded premium credit card. Google partnered with Aditya Birla Finance and Muthoot Finance for personal and gold loans. NBBL introduced National Pension System on the Bharat Connect platform. CCI approved JM Financial 43% stake buy. CCI approved rupees 1100 crore buyout of Patanjali's Ayurveda home personal care business. Kaksar Bridge renamed after the Captain Amit Bhardwaj for his honorary and valor. 40th raising day of the National Security Guard. India-US finalized $3.5 billion agreement for MQ-9B armed UAVs. India, Japan, US, Australia hold 28th Malabar Naval Exercise. INS Talwar arrives in South Africa to join Ibsamar 8. Indian Army unveils its first upgraded T-90 Bhishma tank. Highlights of ITU WTSA Hackathon 2024 Phase 2. International Abhidham Divas 2024 was held in India. World Anesthesia Day 2024. It was invented in 1846. World Cerebral Palsy Day on 6th of October. Habitat Day 7th October. Cotton Day 7th October. President Murmu awarded honorary doctorate from Algeria. Sister Rosita Milesi, Brazilian nun, got the UNHCR Nansen Refugee Award. International 6G Symposium inaugurated by Union Minister Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia. SEO Summit held in Islamabad. Praveen Vasist to take over as the Special Secretary Internal Security. CJI Chandrachud nominate Justice Sanjeev Khanna as the successor to be the 51st Chief Justice of our country. Sony Picture appoints Ravi Ahuja as the new CEO. Tony Vinciquerra to step down. And that's it in this session. I hope you all enjoyed the session and you got to learn a lot of things. We will meet in the next session, and in that we will take care of the other things as well. So till then, bye bye. Take care everyone and see you soon.